Mundaga Upanishads, starting from Om Brahma Devanam, contains mantra from Atharva Veda. The Veda Vrata of the Atharvana is wearing fire on head called Sirovratha, by which the hairs on the head are lost as if shaved. And hence the name Mundaga, Mundana means shaving, came for this Upanishad. But there is also another reason. Atharvana, the firstborn son of the Brahma, that is the first human race in India, was very short. They were called the Mundas, the Munda tribes. They were the Munda tribes, and Atharva Veda was the first Veda taught to this first human race of India by the Brahmadeva. Because of that also it is known as the Mundaga Upanishads. For one who does Upasana on Brahma Vidya by Atma Bhava, concentration and devotion are fixed in Brahman alone, and thus the sorrows and difficulties like the birth, disease, old age, death, etc. are lost. The word used is Nishadayati. The causes of samsara as avidya, which obstruct the journey to Brahman, are destroyed. The word used here is avasadayati. Thus, Uppa and Nishadayati, as well as Upani and Sadayati. In two ways, these mantras are responsible for giving meaning to the word Upanishad, says Shankara. If all causes of samsara are shaved off like the hairs on one's head, what remains is only Brahman. And the shaven head of the sannyasin of the Atharva followers, that is the Bhrighu Vamsha. Bhrighu Vamsha was Atharvanas. That sannyasi, the sannyasi of the Bhrighu Vamsha, the Atharvana, is a symbol of being one with God and one who has lost all the ties with samsara. From the Mundaka Upanishad, so far discussed, we have seen the question of origin of the universe, which has no origin or no end, is actually superfluous. If there is no origin or end for something, the question of origin itself is superfluous. Yet, the Upanishad said that the intelligent human being has to start with from a time, a finite time, with an origin and an end. Similarly, a world system or a universe with an origin and an end, and then proceed further to understand what you mean by timelessness. And that timelessness is discussed already through the different aspects of Indian astrophysics, the Gologa Varnana of the Gargya Samhita, all those things we have seen in description of the Mundaga Upanishad. Now, the second Upanishad, which pertains to the same Veda, Atharva Veda, is Prasna Upanishad. Now, we will start the Prasna Upanishad here. The Prasna Upanishad starts with questions and different answers by different people to sometimes the same question. Now, how was this universe created? How was life on universe originated? What power or force sustained the universe and the life on it? Is there an end to our universe? Where does the energy of our Atman or of any living being go when the body is lost? in the death, the final days. Such questions were asked by human beings in the past, even during the Munda race of India, and it is still asked and will be asked in future too. The answers may differ according to the person who tries to answer it and the time space in which he or she relates himself or herself. But the questions and the methods of answering those questions and even the answers have a universal character or a unity when we compare all these questions and answers over a wide time span given by different people living in different places. This is actually seen in the Prasna. Prasna means a question, no? In the questions and answers in Prasna Upanishath. Now, Brahman is here in the form of a swan, a Hamsa. Hamsa is a bird that has the ability to move. That means it has the Gadishila. Hamsa can move in sky, no? It's a Gadishila. A bird can move. It's an Akasha Gamana Shila. The Gadishila is in the sky. And the Hamsa can produce eggs for sustenance of its race. But the egg cannot move in the sky. The Hamsa can move in the sky, but the egg cannot move in the sky. It has to be fixed to the earth for sustenance of its lifespan. Similarly, Brahman produces a Brahmanda, just like the swan, which is the sound waves, the vibratory waves moving in the upper realms, unseen. That thing produces a seen, manifested, anda-shaped thing. The entire thing is called, the Brahma is the Hamsa. So its anda is, the egg is called the Brahmanda. So universe is the Brahmanda, or the cosmos is the Brahmanda. Its eggs for the sustenance of it. In the middle of the Brahmanda is a yellow golden jiva. Those who have seen the egg, you know that the yellow is in the center. No? So these people are explaining it in the correct, after observing, they are giving it in a symbolic way. In the yellow golden jiva is in the center of this. They consider this yellowish thing in a whitish periphery, very smooth jelly-like periphery, and around that a very hardcore calcareous periphery. In that center is the yellow, soft, golden color, and that jiva which appeared within the Hiranyagarbha or within the cosmos is the sun or Surya with a golden color, and its solar system with the earth, that is the jiva. So it is the sun which gives energy to every human being. So that is kept as the center of our system because it is the energy giver. But they know that it is not the exact center. And it is only kept as a center for our sake to understand. This jiva hatch out and produce new birds. Newer and newer and newer generations are formed. Thus, the wise Paramahamsa, the Brahmatna, are continuously born on this earth from the human race. The reason why earth is said to be in the center of the Brahmanda is because in solar system, that is the yellow part of the egg being the solar system, earth has an almost central position with its intelligent beings and jiva. That is within the solar system, not in the sun. Within the solar system, almost centrally placed is the jiva or the earth. So, the egg is the the cosmos itself. There is the white or the Milky Way. Then there is the solar disk as the yellow golden thing in the center. Then in its center is the small earth, which is the Jiva, and which gives rise to the same type of Brahmatnas. That is how the Brahma recreates or procreates lot of Brahmatna who become one with him, and Paramahamsas are formed from the Hamsa. That is the symbolism. And sun is a star which revolves around the center of the Milky Way, the Akasha Ganga, once in 250 crore years. Therefore, sun has a Gadishila or movement. Since from Milky Way, galaxies are expanding from the center, the Milky Way and its solar system and Earth also have to be the center of the galaxies. Anyone who does a thought experiment can cognize this fact, and modern science have found out this. Though classical physics was against the vision of sun having movement. Classical physics thought of sun as a non-moving thing. So all such questions and all such answers are repeatedly asked and obtained to the astronomers of the past and of the present, and they express it in different languages in different ways. And we have most ancient expressions from the Sanskrit language and the most modern from the English language, thanks to the learning of the Sanskrit by the European scholars who came here.